Let's make a comic book, but let's make it a little bit different. Instead of one person or a team making the whole book, we're going to have every panel made by a different cartoonist. We're going to do 1 page per episode, so the number of guests is the number of panels on the page. So now you're probably wondering, what's this comic book going to be about? Well, let me tell you. It's going to be about a robot. This robot, whose name is Blank. What happens next? Nobody knows, but it's going to be fun finding out.
Hello. Welcome
Hello, everyone.
to
Woo!
the Technical Difficulties Show. This is Let's Make a Comic Book. I'm your host, Ed Keasley, and tonight we're going to make a page for our comic book. But the star of the comic is the little robot Blank. And to help us make it, we have 3 artists here. We have Jesse Drachman, Jonathan Saunders, and Don Ticchio. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hey.
All right. So first things first, we're going to check out last week's page and to see where you guys are going to be following up from. And last week we started off with Ben Sullivan. And he's got the mother of Blank saying, "Here's something to help you on your journey." And still in flashback mode. And then we've got Aaron Max. "The world above is cold and harsh. We had to make you so if you were to survive your mission. But a cold facade is no shield for a heart as warm and pure as yours. So for you, my son, I gift you companionships." And then when he opens the bag, another little robot pops out with a big gun and says, "I have you now, brother." So that's where you guys will be following on from. And to figure out which page layout we're going to be using,
Yep.
I'm going to spin the wheel of layouts. So here we go. It's spinning.
Oops.
And
Looks like it's the 3
It's-
boxes on each other all the same.
so we've got the 3 stacker. So that will be the layout. Everyone's got their layout pages that we sent to you. And now
The hand of
We
choosing.
have-
Want me to put you up?
Yep, the hand of choosing. I will start with Jonathan. You get to pick a number.
I'll choose number 3.
Number
Three's very
3
popular.
is
You're in the
number
middle.
2.
Middle.
So is it 2 for Jonathan? And then we'll get Don to pick one.
I'll pick number 2.
Number 2 is number 3.
Oh, Jesse.
Jesse gets to start.
You get to start the page,
What
my
could
friend.
possibly go wrong? Yeehaw!
All right.
Stuff.
Are you sure you're ready for this? Oh,
Well, we'll show you other pages
Oh,
where
boy.
non-artists have popped in and done them if you want.
Yeah. No.
Let's see if I can remember, because I
I'm
can hardly
feeling
see them at
inspired.
this scale.
Remember
Yeah, no, it's all right.
page 7.
Is that what I was on? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
They're all non-artists.
And
Wow.
last week's panel.
And last week's
Aaron.
panel we had the bottom left was by Aaron Mack, who's a writer.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, he was surprised.
Yeah. Oh well,
So
if he was
you
surprised,
wanna
I'm
get-
going to be shocked.
you want to get started because you have to get some stuff down so that Jonathan
Yes.
has something to look at to go on with.
Absolutely.
God, I'm going to be
Sounds
shaking in my
good.
boots.
Yeah, man.
But usually the third one's the best one.
You know that old people
pressure.
don't like to wait. No, it's all good.
Have you got the measurements there, Jesse, to measure up, or have you printed them out?
Not really, man. Like I said, I'm just, just doing the old pen and paper thing, man. So we're just gonna fingers
That
crossed.
file I sent you will have us the height and the width of the box you got to draw in.
Okay.
Have you got a ruler?
Not on me.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I would
I
just
should have
That's
warned
all
you.
right.
My bad. This is
just draw
Yeah,
a
you're right.
triangle. I mean a rectangle. And it,
yeah,
Yeah,
just draw a
that's what-
rectangle.
well,
There you go.
I've got a rectangle, man. So we
Yeah,
got
all
this.
good. All good.
We got this.
We'll make it fit.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. Thanks for
And
having
we've
me on,
got-
man. I really appreciate it.
Oh, absolute pleasure. I'm glad we got you.
My
This
skill
is the
set
second last page,
oh,
just
man.
so you know.
yeah.
Oh
Oh, wow. My skill set is stick figures to give you a bit of a warning. But we'll do something fun for the for the shits and giggles. But
Nice.
no, man,
It's the
this
spirit.
is fun. This is
Well,
this is
anything
a great
goes,
time.
really.
Yeah.
It's kind of the spirit of the show.
It is. It's all
What
about fun.
happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do the comments quickly. We've got one from Rico saying, "Holy moly. Only 2 pages left. Let's make them the best ones so we can get Ed starting blank number 2. Don't know if that how it works, Rico, but thank you very much. Richo, sorry. It's Travis.
no
Peter
pressure.
Lane. Hey, it's Jesse Drachman.
Hey, Peter,
What's good, brother?
what is cracking, my man?
And my neighbors are also screaming as we speak, so they must be excited about you being on as well, Jesse.
Oh, that's cool, man. Those poor people. No, this is surreal, man. Like, I honestly don't draw very often, so it's this is it's a bit of a crazy treat for me.
You and me both, Jesse.
Yeah.
Literally, I don't draw very often at all.
All right. So we'll let Jesse
So-
get some drawing done, and we'll have a chat
we'll
with
leave you alone, Jesse.
No, you're
Don
good. You're
and
good.
Jonathan. So,
Chat away, my friends.
alrighty. So Don, tell us about how you got into comic books and making comics.
Geez, this goes back to the days back in the 80s. I met up with the Cyclone guys.
Oh, cool.
Gary, Dave DeVries, Glenn Lumps, and what have you. It was a hive of activity then. It was for me, it was a great time because I've been wanting to make comics related people, but I didn't know anyone. And then I found out about this Bugle Club thing where they were meeting every, I forget what day it was now, but they met once a month and all like-minded, and it was great. From there, I got to do some work for Gary and Dave through their comics. They had a thing called Night Fighter, Flashing the Night Fighter.
Oh, yeah.
For a magazine called Aussie Kid. They were too busy, they couldn't take it over. I ended up doing it. And that just spurred me on to do other stuff. And so when they got busy with other projects in the US and here in Cyclone sort of didn't do much, I actually decided I wanted to put a comic out. So I put out Southern Aurora Presents.
Oh,
And
nice.
I think got up to 6 issues and had
Wow.
quite a few people in there contributing stuff. And some of them you might know, Shane Foley's been doing the Phantom regularly now. Glenn, Glenn does wonderful stuff, and Gary just blows my mind with his stuff. So, and at that time, Issue 1 Comics was coming up, and when I folded up, I joined the Issue 1 team. and helped with them until issue 1 was no more. And then I concentrated on my business, really. And it was Sarab, because I've known Sarab
Love
since,
Sarab.
yeah, I've known him since 95. And he had his own comic then called Scunge.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And he wanted help with some stuff. And I said, yeah, I'll help you. And that friendship just continued. And when I sort of stepped away from comics, because I had a family, I concentrated on the business and what have you. I was always working with Sarab through the companies he was working with, doing work for those companies. And he always had in mind that he wanted to do more comics, and he basically pulled me back in. So, and then in 2010, we said he wanted to start up a comic, Silver Fox Comics. Yeah, I'll be in it. And the rest is history. It's I think we've done some great stuff with Silver Fox, and Bazza is a surprise.
That's the rules.
Yeah, from the short story in Zombie Cities to we are now doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is the sixth issue? The sixth graphic novel? Yeah, we've already started on the next one, which is going to be called Auntie Wendy, the Werewolf, and the Killer Quokkas.
Yeah.
I love it.
So Sarab is working out the plans and what have you. So it's still early stages, but if we can get it for one of the conventions, it won't be this early. It takes us a year to get it done. But yeah, so and to be honest, I've been loving it. I mean, I'm doing it from a point of view now where I'm enjoying it more. Whereas
that's what it should be always about.
It should be about. But back then, it was just too many friggin' hurdles, and now with this community online and everybody in contact with each other and what have you, it's great. It really is great. It's
yeah, it's really. I'm a huge fan of it. By the way, I've got something I'm really scared to show you guys. So I'm really, really terrified. All right.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, because he's talking to, I'm assuming someone that he is his brother, so he's like, and by the way, brother, I love metal. So it's kind of a metaphorical reference of sorts, So, yeah.
Okay.
All righty. So
good luck,
Jonathan.
Yeah. All right.
God. Where is this going? I don't know.
Yeah.
The curveball's the first one instead of the third one.
Shane, if anybody wants to log on to have a look at this, where do they go to?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll grab that link. Just give me a sec.
Yeah.
Just now I've got to think of how to follow that up.
Can you messenger it to me and I'll send it off to someone?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I usually message this earlier, but I'm a bit out of sorts today.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like a bus has hit me, or a train, one or the other.
I got to say, for a guy that does stick figures, I'm pretty happy with that. So that's a small 0.25% level up for me. Yeesh.
No, that's great. Yeah, no, it's good to have that something to start off. It's always scary having that blank page. So you've done the hardest part.
Kind of takes you back to like Hey Saturday, like Red Simmons, or that those TV shows where they just do like a bunch of wobbly lines and you just have to make something from it.
Yeah, that's right. That was crazy. That
Yeah.
how he could just do that in like less than 10 seconds.
That's talent, man. That's talent.
And I accidentally just sent you a message, Jesse. Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's okay.
Don, I sent it to you eventually.
He'll still get there quicker than Australia Post, man.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Okay, we've got ourselves some comments before we continue. So, all the way up there. So we've got Dave Dyer. He's go at it, everybody. Ben Sullivan's good luck all. And Muddy Wells is a hoy hoy gang. I guess Andrew Law is doing the where is it there? He's doing a whole bunch of those. And then we've got a hello from Rusty. Omni.
Hello, Rusty.
Has got what awesome people do we have here? I guess he means tonight. Yep. Evening guys from Cold Creature, and Mr. Squiggle from Rusty. And then we've got a great start by Nick May. He loves it.
Excellent. Oh, dude, classic. But no, I got to say, man, just in regards to all the Australian creators, I mean, look, I haven't been doing this as long as most of the other guys, like Sarabs and a lot of these amazing guys, like Dean Rankin and all those guys, man. But it's one thing I'm learning real quick is just the community spirit amongst all the creators, the writers and artists. It's really cool. Everyone's really respectful to each other and supportive. And I think that's really cool. And I hope we see more of that, especially around convention, around all the conventions too, like gotta make some noise. Awesome. Yeah. I love it. Cause it's cool. I don't know how you guys, how you guys fare at the conventions, dealing with all the people and just all the mayhem and chaos.
Find out in Melbourne.
I love talking to the guys that you see there. They do stuff that I like, and some I've known for years, and and the new ones, it's great. I met Chris Pitkin was tabling next to us at one show, and he's phenomenal. He really is.
Great artist.
I got to go back to school.
Get out.
Some
I think this one's for you, Don. Dudes. Oh, sorry.
Sorry?
Don?
I was just saying this comment's for you. It's evening, gents. Good to see my Italian dad on the show. It's apparently your Silver Fox comics talking to you.
It's plausible.
What I might do while Jonathan is drawing is I might bring up...
I feel too much pressure already.
Don't worry, Don. You're good.
No pressure, man. No pressure. You got this.
And while Jonathan's drawing, that is the short link to his Kickstarter. For anyone watching.
That's right. So that's the recently launched...
Jumble of letters there. Lots of fun.
That's right. Yes, it's a Kickstarter for the 0 Point graphic novel collection, which is a collection of all the 0 Point origin comics I've done through Wild North Comics. So it's the... so it tells the story of Carl Burton, a former Australian commando who, during a mission gone wrong in East Timor, awakens his 0 Point energy manipulation powers. And from there, he goes on a journey to, his own hero's journey to become the superhero 0 Point and follow in his estranged father's footsteps and, uncover or discover the wider world of the Australian superheroes and posthumans along the way. So it's a bit of, I guess you could say it's a bit of a mix of, Metal Gear and a bit of Dragon Ball in there. So it's, as I said, it's a love letter to, everything I like. And, that's manga, cool. Anime, video games, and movies all crammed together. And once you've, if you want more 0 Point, the 0 Point Origins actually tells the origin of, as I said, Carl Burton, because a few years ago, me and Timothy Parrish, the co-creator of Wild North Comics, we created a animated web series called 0 Point Season 0.
Oh, cool.
So check
Pretty
that out.
cool.
Yeah, so the comic acts as a bit of obviously an origin story of how Kyle got his superpowers and joined the Australian government superhero team. So, it's almost like a continuing on of what was, established back, in cycling comics with, the Southern Squadron and all that. But so we got for the 0 Point Season 0 animated series, Mark Goldsmith does the voice of 0 Point. And the villain Samson is voiced by the very talented oh god, I can't believe I've got his name now. The guy from
John Bon Jovi.
No,
Just taking a wild crack.
No, Stephen Oliver. He was great as Samson. So
Nice.
again, if you want an action animated series, in that same style as Invincible, check out 0 Point Season 0.
Nice. That's
So,
a hell of
yes.
an elevator pitch.
Yeah, it's a bit of a big elevator pitch. So I'll get back to making comics.
Good stuff. I'll leave that comment up for a while just so people can get it, write it down or go to it and so forth. Well, don't go to it. You're still on the show. Write it down.
That's it.
There you go.
And if you go on my Instagram as well, you can find the link to that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm still drawing this. Taking that. He gets introduced to his brother, but it's a great trope in fiction where the brother's evil. And obviously, when I mentioned Dragon Ball, the most famous example is Raditz, of course. But then you got Liquid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. And whatever evil brothers are there. I mean, you could technically say Owlman from DC Universe, because there's meant to be an alternate universe version of like Thomas Wayne Jr. So again, that whole evil older brother is kind of a.
I love those alternate universe stories, man. They're great.
That's it.
Yeah. Thomas Wayne.
I was addicted to them when I was younger.
Yeah, they're great. Even the Marvel universe with the Cancerverse and that with Captain Marvel. I loved all that stuff, man. It's great.
And the Marvel zombie stuff, yes.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's just bold and daring storytelling. I love it.
Yeah.
Do you want to bring up Jonathan's screen so we can?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, see what he's doing. I forgot that we can do that.
Draw along.
Oi.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. Now we're talking.
Okay.
Brought it back. Brought it back to the violence. I love it.
I was actually going to try and attempt to draw rocket launchers on the shoulders of the robot.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
that
oh god, this could go bad. So this is really cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
So there you go, Don. You can start on your one now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I didn't realize Jonathan was so far along.
Now I'm going to have to put my glasses on. Good. This is.
I was going to say, is the text added later?
But I hate you, brother.
You can do the lettering, or I can do it for you afterwards if you want to.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll send you the ink thing, and you can add the text for that.
Sweet as. Oh, have we lost Jesse?
No, Jesse's
Oh.
here. Here he is.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, there you are. You went blank. Yeah.
Yeah. I was
So
taking a
Jesse,
screenshot.
Blank.
Tell us your origin story, of how you got into
My-
comics and making comics.
Yeah, man. I mean, my story is pretty pandemic related. So I've always loved comics. I grew up with comics, like any well-rounded kid does. But I before that I had a very extensive rock and roll journey, touring and making music as a musician with my band. And when pandemic hit, I just needed something to keep those creative juices flowing because music wasn't available as an outlet for me. So I started writing, and I started off with novellas, and which eventuated into comic books. And I haven't looked back. I'm having a really good time with it, and learning heaps, man. Like, yeah, it's so much fun. I didn't realize how much fun I'd have creating comics, but minus the stress. But
That's awesome.
yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, it's good fun, man. Like, I started with my Freakenstein comic, very rock and roll horror, and then I've just gone on from there, and I'm currently working on a new issue, number 5 of Freakenstein, and I'm working on my 3rd manga comic as we speak. So yeah,
cool.
it's a lot of fun, man. Yeah. I'll tell you all
You're a
about
machine.
it if you want.
You're a
Definitely.
All
I'm
right,
keen
try.
for that.
Yeah, so like I don't know, my manga books, I'm up to number 3 now, but I haven't released number 2 yet. But my first one was Damien, which is basically my love letter to one of my favorite movies, The Omen. So I just gave it a bit of a comedy twist and had some fun with that. And my next one coming out is called Vampire Uppercut, which is all
That's a
about.
good name.
Thank you. It's about a vampire that competes in the underground, illegal underground monster boxing arena in Mexico. It's it gets pretty deep. So, but yeah, it's things that sit up here in the brain is just weird. But I'm really pumped about the new one that I'm working on now. I haven't really told anyone about it. So because Shane's just been such a good friend and supporter, I'll let the information out here first and foremost. I'm working on a series. My new series is called Devils, and it's basically my love letter to the Australian wildlife, but mixed with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle love that I have, with a group of Tasmanian devils that are half human, half Tasmanian devils, and they're going to try and do their part to save the forests of Tasmania from the evil corporations, military corporations trying to take over.
Nice.
So
That sounds
yeah,
cool.
listen,
That
it's a
sounds
bit of
pretty
fun, man. Yeah, it's in its early phases, but man, I'm having a good time with it. So and I've just always wanted to do something exclusively Australian as well. So like, and I love my Aussie animals. So I'm having a good time with this one so far.
Yeah, awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Rad,
that cannon
man.
looks sick.
It does.
We've got a comment just come in. Paul Blank has a very complicated family relationship, a jealous robot bro, topped with a very isolated fish-human civilization. Yeah, he does a bit.
It's true.
Mm.
And he's got quite the relationship with his friends as well. They all seem to turn on him as well, it seems.
Mm.
Poor old Blank.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things about this comic book of how it's worked out is whenever there's a character introduced, they appear and then attack.
Yeah. Everyone has a penchant for violence.
Seems that way. We've only got one panel of love in the whole thing.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, one's not bad.
But we also have a few non-violent ones, like yours,
Yeah.
Jess.
Yeah. Yeah. Something different.
Oh, the last week's page was
Yeah, last week's was pretty non-violent.
kind of sweet and wholesome
Yeah, that's
until
cool.
Dan Watts introduced a big gun.
Oh, hilarious.
So we'll get Jonathan. Tell us about how you got into comics and into making comics.
Yeah, so I guess probably like a lot of kids in Australia, grew up, reading, The Phantom and Mad Magazine, Foot Rot Flats, because they were like the most cheap and easy comics and comic strips to get a hold of. It wasn't until I was in my teens when I had access to a car that I was able to, drive down to the local comic shop, Comics NT, and get, buy my own comics. And even probably before then, they had like the Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller's Ronin there as well, and Watchmen at the library. So that's where I kind of got introduced to superhero comics. And as I said, then when I got a car, I started, getting really into Green Lantern and things like that. And this is like the early 2000s, so you had kind of that bit of the second golden age for anime coming out as well. Actually probably the late 90s. I was watching Neon Genesis Evangelion, Dragon Ball, various anime on SBS and all the other early All-Star channels that doesn't exist anymore. And as a kid I've always loved drawing. And then once I finished high school, I decided to get a Bachelor in Visual Arts. At that point, I kind of figured, I don't know if I can do comics. You have to either go down to Sydney or Melbourne or, go to America to do them. So focused on fine art for a bit. But at that point, Clip Studio Paint, back then it was called Manga Studio, was recently new. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is a way for me to, make comics and put them on the web. And the first comic I did was I was part of the Bart Kira project. You might have heard of it, where it's a mashup of The Simpsons and Akira. It was run by James Harvey, the UK comic book artist that's also done work with Jamie Hewitt for the Gorillas and all that. He came up with the idea, he was inspired by another artist, Ryan Humphreys, that did that original Bart Kira stuff. And he was putting a call out, and I said, oh, that sounds fun. So I contacted him. He, gave me pages to do. That was my first comic. And after that, I was like, wow, that was really fun. And then I started to make the Astounding Tales of Hero Fiction webcomic, which is where I took the characters of, Zero Point and Ran that I created in university and put them in a comic. And I guess that's my secret origins for comics.
That's cool.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah. Isn't that magical the first time you go to the first comic shop?
Oh, yeah.
Just seeing comics at the newsagents and stuff, and then
there's no greater euphoria than going into a comic shop or a newsagent and just gravitating towards those shelves and just seeing the array of colors and visuals. It's, I don't know, man, just it never gets old, ever. I love it. I feel like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, yeah, I understand that totally. I have to stay away from them. I spend too much. I have money for rent, for food, and then I walk into one of those. I ain't got money for rent and food no more.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're like, packet noodles it is this week, kids.
Yeah. Yes. Dear. And Jono is what you've been called. Love the Extreme Perspective, Jono, by Dave Dye there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. It's I feel I always try and make when I'm drawing, I guess I love that. That's one of the great things about comics, is that you get those extreme perspective shifts and things would be very difficult to do you know, in filmmaking unless you had like a, you know, expensive camera setup. And, you know, just something, you know, again, for me, it's like doing this is like fun to draw.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
I'm still loving that.
I love it. It's almost very Dirty Harry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like wondering what Don's doing.
Don't know.
Is he bringing in the love? Is he
It's going to
doing
be
more
rough, so I
comics?
can finish it afterwards.
Oh, cool.
So since we've got a blank Kickstarter
Oh yes,
thing
I'll bring that up.
going.
There she is. I'll bring up the link. I'm so quick at this. You think I've done it before? There we go. Blank.comics.studio. That'll get you to the blank pre-launch page. I'm currently making a pre-launch page. Don't know why. I'm funny like that. But for now, you want to go to the pre-launch page. How many times going to get launching in 5 minutes?
Lots.
Yeah, go there, hit that notify button. I will unnotify myself so you can see what it looks like. There you go. Notify me on launch. That's what you want to hit. So you get an email. The reason you want to hit that is because you will get an email when it launches, and Blank is doing something a bit different than any of our other Kickstarters. If you pledge in the first 12 hours, you will get a PDF pack from Reverie of a whole bunch of their number ones. So Vex
Sick.
1, Reverie 1, Rick McClune 1. Come on, Shane.
Rick McClune's a bloody good comic.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Mm.
And I can't remember. Oh, God, I can't remember the other ones. I don't know if Torn One's in there, so I won't say it, but I have said it now, so that's really awkward. I can't remember. It's on a list that's not in front of me. If you get in the 24 hours, you miss out on that one. If you get after 12 hours, but within the 24, but you'll get issue 1 of Wordsmith PDF. If you're in the first 12 hours, you're also in the first 24 hours, so you get that as well. So those first 12 hours are getting some special stuff going on, because then we've got the 48-hour people. If you're a bit slow and you get in the first 48 hours instead of the first 24, you get a free Citrus PDF with a special story that wasn't put into issue 1, but it's an 8-page story of Citrus. Little special bonus as a PDF as well. And then after that, the $2 special on the book goes away after about a week, I think it is, and it becomes a $3 PDF. So it's only $2 for the first week. So if you're really slow and you don't make it into the 48 hours, well, then you've also got that week to get it a bit cheaper.
Excellent.
Cool.
And then, of course, there's all our stretch goals and so forth. But I don't remember any of them at the moment, so I won't go into it.
Nice.
I'm good at this, aren't I? I should
You're
be a
best.
marketer or something.
Definitely something to
Absolutely.
consider.
I'll leave that link up for a bit, and we'll go back and stalk Jonathan again.
The gun's looking cool.
Thank you.
Question for all you guys too, man. Just in terms of comic books in Australia, how do you find the relationships with comic shops in regards to supporting Australian titles? Like, how's your journey been trying to get more support in comic shops? Because I know some comic shops are a bit sort of cautionary because they some of saying there's, they're investing more in graphic novels than that, and I don't know. I'm just all kinds of curious.
Okay.
In Melbourne, there's Minotaur and All Star
Yeah.
are really good for supporting local stuff. I think
Yeah.
Minotaur had their own comic like in the 80s, like the guys that started it
Oh wow, cool.
started by like making comics, so they've got a pretty good policy for taking local stuff. And All Stars in on Queen Street has a big section down the back of Australian stuff.
Oh, that's really cool. Because I know King's Comics in Sydney are pretty supportive as well.
Yep.
So.
And I know that 2 stores in Canberra, I think they're the only stores in Canberra, D's and Impact.
Yeah.
Huge supporters of indie.
Yeah, D's is good.
I don't know too much about the other states.
There's only
I know Fats can be fairly good. They have a few. I've gone in there, and I mean, they're not even a new comic store. They're a back issue store. But I've gone in there and seen quite a few Aussie indies on the back. What do you call it? The back wall.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Because we've got Comics Etc. here in Brisbane, and I'm still trying to, they've got some Aussie indie stuff in there, but I want to try and get more of it and make it a bit more prominent. So that, because I spend quite a fair bit of time in there, and you always see the kids going in there not sure what to buy. A lot of fresh-faced new comic enthusiasts, and they just want to get pointed in the right direction. And I'd love to just try and make some of the Aussie stuff a bit more visible to their eyes, so they can see that there's some really cool stuff right here. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we get good support from the store in Canberra.
Oh, that's good.
We don't really take them to too many shops. It's just been too hard.
It is hard, isn't it?
And we just concentrate on selling at the shows and whatever online sales we get. And but the Canberra stores have been very good. I think last year, Sarab, when they held a comic convention, then he went along to that.
Oh, cool.
But
that's pretty cool.
Geez, you digital guys are so freaking good. It's. I was saying to Shane, I've got an iPad, but I'm not confident that I could do anything.
Cool.
But
it's one Tikios they've got to look out for. That's where the real skill is.
No. I've got to take my time to do it properly. But I'll show you what I have so far.
I'll bring you up.
It's a rough pencil, and I don't know if you can read my scribbly writing. Or do you want me to take he's doing a matrix bullet dodging here.
Cool.
I love it.
And he's saying, can't we talk about this over a pizza?
nice.
I love it.
That is brilliant. I love it.
I'll probably add something else to do with wording when it's finished. But
I love
he just found his brother, and he's obviously he wants the love, and everybody hates him. Why is that? Before we got on, I thought, geez, if I end up being the first off the reel to go with this, and he was giving his little brother, he was showing the thing about the brother, and I said, but my brother, the one I was going to do was, but my brother died in the first splash page.
Yeah.
There was another robot there. But this has gone to a very good tangent. Good.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah. You know
That's
what,
awesome.
Shane? I think I might scan this in my computer and do it on the iPad, and I'll send you the finished one from the iPad.
Ooh, magic.
Yeah,
Nice.
it'll give me a steadier hand, you know.
Can't be worse than mine, Don.
Can't be worse than mine.
My tremors are so bad I take medications to try to get rid of them. Oh, I got like this. Pizza solves all problems. That's Cold Creature. Excellent.
Oh, that's awesome.
Pizza pull
Pizza
apart.
is comfort food. It always has been.
Yeah.
Always will be.
Always will be.
I like this one.
Pizza's like a universal language of love.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we've got this cool comment by Richo. Pizzas pull apart, but never with friendships.
Nice.
Oh, that's mint. That's mint.
Good on you, Travis. Well, you're flying through that panel, Jonathan.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
already done it. Jeez.
Yes.
Those blast lines are looking cool.
So, Shane, if I take a photo of this, that's enough for you to do what you've got to do until I finish it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you've got about 10 minutes before you need to, so you can do 10 minutes more of stuff on it.
Okay. All right. Yep.
It's always hard to get that when doing metal characters, the reflections that look good.
Mm. It's definitely one of the textures you need to know when you're drawing superhero stuff.
What are you
Yeah.
What are you drawing on, Jonathan?
Oh yeah, I'm using my program of choice is Clip Studio Paint, and I've been using that for since 2000 and probably 2013. Back then it was called Manga Studio,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and yeah, it's pretty much my go-to, and I got it because it was because when I used to be a stencil artist, I would draw my pictures by hand, ink them, then scan them into the computer, then print them out onto transparencies to cut up and make into a stencil. And then I figured, maybe it's easier if I just draw into the computer. And by then, like, I'd used some drawing tablets in high school, but it was then like in the 2010s that they'd actually become good enough. Personally, I thought good enough that I could use them. Because again, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was like I just felt that the line quality wasn't to where I wanted it.
Yeah.
By the 2010s, it got there, so I switched to digital, and haven't looked back since. But I still like when there's times when my computer's being worked on or something happens and I have to draw. I still go back to pen and paper, but then I find when I'm drawing and I want to zoom in on something, I do that on the paper. It's like, oh yeah, can't do that. And of course, there's no undo button.
Well, see, I think the traditional way gives you more discipline. I think
Yeah.
you definitely have to be more accurate and on the ball. So
Yeah. No, I'm glad I
yeah.
learned the traditional way. Because back when I was in high school, they still had traditional black and white photography, and then now that's all digital. So it has good points and bad points.
Oh yeah.
And Jesse,
Yo.
you went straight to ink, didn't you? You didn't even pencil first.
No. I went straight in, man.
What a man. What a machine.
I know. Hammer and tongs, brother. Is it the right way? Probably not. But yeah. No, I love doodling drawings whenever I can, and yeah,
Sweet.
watching you guys do it just fills me with inspiration. Like, that is really freaking cool, and I should try and do that. So yeah, that's good. I'm forever trying to draw at conventions just to feel part of the action because I'm always looking around. Every single artist is always there doodling on stuff, and I'm like, damn it, I'll join in on this.
Have you ever thought of doing a full comic book by yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've got a couple of ideas and things that I've mucked around with over time, and yeah, I'm definitely keen to try and do something a bit proper and have a bit of fun, really.
So, just out of curiosity, would this be your first comic that you're in with your art?
Correct.
No.
Me too.
Yay! Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, Robbie's now I want pizza. All this talk of pizza. Eh?
I could go for one.
Yeah, sign me up. No anchovies, dude.
Nice. Cool. Now I'm just gonna do that whole the admin of the show so I can show whatever I want thing. And just put up the blank link again. It also covers my face, which is a beautiful thing. Now what do we got here?
Make sure to save it.
Am I ordering pizza? Maybe I am. That's from Robert Hood. That's awesome. Guess you're having pizza for dinner, Ed?
Sounds like it. So me and Sis are going to be at the Supernova in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Gold Coast?
Weeks. It feels like 2
The
weeks.
Melbourne one.
Melbourne
Oh,
one, my friend.
sick.
Mm,
Yeah, I'll be at the Gold Coast one.
cool.
Oh, cool. I'm going to try to make it there, not with a table, though, just as myself.
Oh, I'll be there with the table, so come and dump some stuff.
Yeah, I'll come past you.
Yeah, please. I think I'll have. Actually, here's another news flash. I'll have the latest issue of Furious. Furious #2 will be available. So, yeah,
Oh, awesome.
yeah,
I'll be
man.
getting that signed.
Yeah, it's in the words of my editor, he goes, "Holy shit, this is violent." And I went, "Yeah, it is.
I
Here's
love
a
it.
violent one."
So I'm going to have a special color covered
opening up.
edition of my Sea Mandrels from Earth book.
Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
so if you're in Melbourne, make it. And if you're not in Melbourne, get your ass to Melbourne. You want this book. So far, it's only been available in black and white cover.
And this is the special one that I stapled in the wrong way. So that should be the front page.
Oh, that's a collector's edition then.
Yeah, I was going to say that's collector's
Yeah, it
edition.
is, man.
That's a
Keep that for
misprint, that
yourself,
one.
Ed. That could be worth a fortune.
Mm. That's the fun of. I spent all day chopping these down and stapling and folding,
Oh, wow.
and I got to check them all now to see if I've done any other ones wrong. It should be fun.
That's it.
Oh, Nick May. Ed, that looks great.
Thank you.
Can't wait to get a copy. Well, I get in there before all the people get in there, so I'll be buying that off you, Ed, before anyone even comes in. I will be the first. Yes. Then you can write it, you can sign it. You are number one, Sis. There you go. I love it. Yeah, speaking of having fun with comics, I will be bagging and boarding a couple of hundred soon.
Oh, sick.
So that'll be fun. Bose, sorry. Oh, God, my brain's not working. I am sick. Bose is coming in, and there's about 150 of those. and then there's Presents is coming in about just after it, and it's about. Actually, I haven't looked at the total. I've just looked at the numbers of each cover. So, if I was good at maths while I'm in this condition, which I'm not, I'd be able to add it up in my head and tell you.
1 + 1 = 4.
Exactly. Equals a window. Window, so
Yeah.
I tell you. Yes. So that'll be a bit of fun for me. Good way to spend Easter.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it.
That long weekend will be my bag and board weekend. Or board and bag, whichever way you meant to say it. I think you have to go bag it first and then board it. Yeah, so bag board would probably make most amount of sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It'd be funny putting the board against it and then trying to get the bag around that. Yeah, I think that would be a silly way to do it. As someone who just watched a fraction of the show and heard me say board and bag, they're in for some trouble trying to do that. That's why you watch the whole show, people. The whole show.
The whole
Yes.
show.
It's good for you, and it's good for the algorithm, and it's good for us. So everyone's happy.
And like and comment and subscribe to the YouTube channel
Yes, good point.
if you haven't already.
Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. You know you want to.
It's good for you.
That's
Even
right.
if you don't want to do it anyway.
It's good karma.
So you reckon it's about that time, Sis?
I reckon it is.
Already?
It's sending your photos, sending your scans, sending your screenshots, whatever. We're ready for them. Just you can send them to my messenger if that's the easiest way to do it.
Damn it, it's like a deadline at the agency. Give me more time.
Doesn't need to be finished. It just needs to be done enough so people get an idea what the page is going to look like.
Okay, well, I'll take a photo of it and I'll send it to you, Sis.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much, sir.
While they're
Likewise.
doing that, we can have a look at the comics.shop. We can get. I think you said there's over 100 titles now, Sis.
There's 105 titles, and I've just been given a pile of them here. So there's going to be about 110 by the end of the week.
Sick.
110.
So a lot of the pile is restock. People restocking
Nice.
their items, but there is a few in there which are new.
There's my one, which you'll be able to get at Supernova.
I love Radical. That's one of my favorite Aussie comics, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, seriously, I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Total fun.
Oh, Jesse, you need to send me a picture of yours too,
Yes, I will. I promise.
as in right now.
As in right now. Okay.
Yeah, just
Yes.
take a picture of it.
All right.
Sorry about the confusion.
No, don't be. It's just I may disappear off the screen. Hey, it's Maurice in the middle. What's up?
Nice.
Reese in the middle.
Sis, you should have got it by now.
Yep, got yours done.
Awesome.
To comics caps.
We've actually sold a few of those. I was surprised.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I actually like Death Ship, Jenny. I've got 4 issues.
yeah.
How many issues is there? 5, isn't it?
No, it's
Yeah, this
four.
is random order, so you won't see them all. I can't remember. It's 4 or 5, actually. Oh, yeah, just click on that and it'll take you to all of them.
It's 4.
And one
Oh.
collected edition.
Oh, that's what confused me. Yep.
So buying comics from the comic shop helps to support all the comic shows, such as this one and the Drink and Draw and Chinwag
Mm.
and the Shaden's interview show.
And the review show. They That's
and the
I think
review
that's-
show. And a lot of these cartoonists have been on the show too, on this one.
That's true.
Man, we got a lot of good stuff in Australia. It's so cool.
That cover
Love
for
it.
Toby too looks good.
Mm.
Some
Brad
David
Daniels,
Dyes.
Edge Comics, stuff that never happened. That's always fun.
They great titles for his books.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that. Go. Devil's Toilet, that's a fun read too.
Is good. I think that's. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen.
I think that's all of them, Ed.
Yep, cool. So you can
Time for me to share my screen.
take the screen back.
Oh, look at that. Blank. What a coincidence. Hang on, I better put something over that screen at the moment. I can't actually see it. Okay, here we go. What we're going to do, I'm going to start off with my favorite here. We're going to go through people's Instagrams to have a bit of a kill some time while Ed sorts out those pictures. So we're going to start with Don. I love Don's. No posts yet.
Like I said,
That's blank.
my kids set it up, but I one day you'll be surprised. There'll be some.
Yep. Well, 23 followers for no posts is pretty impressive.
That's
So
awesome.
go, Don.
Man.
You
Yeah,
are
killing
an
it,
absolute
Don.
legend. Okay, then we'll go with Jonathan. So we've got a few pictures here of the 0 Point Origins. Looks good.
That's it.
So just have a bit of a look, see what you've thrown in your Insta.
Yeah, so a lot of art stuff.
Mm.
That's cool.
That's what you'd like to see on the show. Arts. Oh, Transformers. I love it.
Oh, nice.
They're yours?
Yeah. I was an idea I'm playing around with.
That's cool.
You must like drawing machines.
yeah, no, that's right. It's always loved Transformers growing up as well. Hopefully, some of the life study stuff's not gonna flag Instagram. I mean, flag YouTube.
We've had worse. We've had worse, and it wasn't until I put it on Instagram that we got flagged. Drink and Draws had some shockers. I've actually learnt not to show them anymore because they did get us in trouble. This is awesome.
Yeah, so you can kind of see the development of how I make 0 Point Origins from pencils to the finished product, and you can see like animation processes as well because I'm an animator as well.
Yeah, so down the bottom, people, Jonathan _Saunders _illustration. That's where you want to go. And you'll see all these wonderful pictures. Now we're going to go over to Freak Productions. I'm hoping I picked the right one because this man has a few Instagrams. Got some pictures. We got some Supernova stuff. We got some. I think these are movies you talk about in that show that you do.
Yeah, I do a podcast every week. So I do 2 shows. So one week I do a horror. The next week I do pop culture. So my mate Jake and me, he's also a comic book writer. We just find all the childhood cheesy stuff, man. The cheesier, the better. So yeah,
Oh,
it's good fun.
And it is called.
So this week we got Freaky Friday, and next Saturday we've got Rad.
Oh, Rad. Nice. Cool name.
Yeah,
And how do
it's
people
rad.
find
Yeah,
you?
thanks.
Don't keep it a secret. How do people find you?
We're on Spotify, Apple.
Spotify. Cool.
Yeah, it's the links are on the Instagram as well, so fairly easy to find, I think. So yeah, it's good fun.
And I've got the Highlighted there. Freak
Yeah.
with 2 E's Productions. One
Yep.
word.
Yep.
Go there, and the links are there to the podcast. So that's good to hear. Because they're a lot of fun. I've only caught 2, I think, so far, but yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, today we recorded an episode for this week's, and it was a lot of fun finishing our Romero zombie run. So yeah, it was
Oh,
it was cool to talk about that. And we talked about The Crow, the new trailer, and the new Alien trailer, and just just 2 dudes talking shit basically. So yeah. And that red black and white picture there, that's a teaser of the cover for Furious 2, which is coming out.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Furious 2
Oh.
drops. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Who's the artist
So-
on that?
A friend named Dean Do It, and Indonesian artist, and we've been working together for about 3 years, and yeah, he's a cool dude.
Wayne Brothers.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That's what I was saying about the internet. For all the younger ones that have come on or been on for a few years, the internet's opened up a lot of doors and a huge community, locally and worldwide. It's just freaking amazing, really.
Yeah.
It's, I wish we had that when I was in my 30s.
You're not in your 30s?
Shit, no, mate. I made longer.
Man, I guess your age way off. I was thinking 32, 33. My beard was white by then.
Oh,
Oh, looks like Ed might be ready.
Yep.
Cool. I will undo that.
Action Jackson. That's a great title.
Yeah, man. It is.
It's a wonder nobody
doing-
wrote out a book called Action Jackson.
I know,
And,
right?
not related to that character, just something different,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before Ed shows the finished picture, I'm just going to read out the 2 comments we had in the meantime. 4 likes. Everyone can do better than that. Oh, I like it, Andrew. Go, Andrew Law. Get some in there. And
That's it.
And then 2 likes came on. Make it 10. Yeah, I like the way you think, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
When we're speaking of making more likes, seeing the page is going to make you love the show. So look for that love heart symbol. Look at
All
that.
right. So we've got Jesse's and brother. I love metal.
Oh boy.
That's awesome.
And then Jonathan's. But I hate you, brother. It's a great action panel. And then, can't we talk about this over a pizza? Matrix dodge.
That's totally cool, man. I love the way that's just panned out. From hate to love to pizza. It's beautiful.
So that is a good page. Once
That
again,
is awesome.
Be interesting how it gets finished off.
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
find out next week.
Yeah, next
The
week's
grand
the
finale.
last page, isn't it, Ed?
Yep.
I did like back in a few pages where he was flying, then he goes back down to land, and he goes in it upside down and goes into the underworld.
Yeah.
That was good, eh? We've got a, oh yeah, that's great from Nick May. A very cool from Cold Creature. I was just about to read Andrew Law's out again, but that's not a new comment. But he is right. It should be 10 likes.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Ooh, that's a good question, Richo. What is going to happen next?
Mm.
Pizza party.
Tune in next week.
The more likes, the more people like to draw.
Mhm.
Same blank
Sorry.
time, same blank channel.
Sorry if my phone is bothering you, keeps going off.
Oh, is that what that is? It's all good. We don't mind background noise here. It's all good.
I just think I had a little rubber ducky at the back or something.
I thought you had a clown
My
off
watch
screen.
has been going off the whole show, so that's no different.
It didn't occur to me until now that if you guys could hear, because I've got earphones on, nobody else can hear.
All right. Well, that will wrap us up for this week's show. Thank
Well,
Jesse and Jonathan
Thanks for
and Don.
inviting me and having me
you.
on. Yep.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
thanks
me.
so much.
Oh,
Stoked
pleasure.
you finally got to make it. Yeah. And
And
great
thanks
meeting
for-
all you guys again.
Pleasure.
Thanks for making such an excellent
great to
page,
see
you
you all.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
agreed.
Yeah, it
Might
was
run
fun.
Keep up
into you
the
guys,
awesome
some of
work.
you guys at the conventions one of these days. Oh, well,
Hell
I've
yeah.
already ran into Shane, and I ran the other way.
I've never seen anyone move so fast.
Oh, great.
And we'll thank everyone who commented in the chat as well. Thanks
Oh, yes.
Yeah, man.
for contributing to
Y'all
the
rule.
show.
Thanks.
And thanks to Sis for pressing the buttons and getting everything going.
Pressing the buttons. That's what the whole show is all about.
right.
Woo, pressing the buttons.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and people drawing cool stuff. Yeah.
You know, I could have cheated here drawing. I could have gone onto AI and put all my commands in and come up with it.
Oh, don't go
Well,
there.
where
Don't go there.
would the joy be? Where would the joy be? Yeah.
Crikey.
Cool.
Yeah, so thanks everyone. Thanks everyone on the show. Thanks for everyone commenting. Thanks everyone watching. Thanks to people who
Thank you.
watched this after it's been live. And thank you especially to those who like and subscribe. So everyone, have a great night and see you next week.
That's it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.